No, get out of here. That's
That's okay. That's okay. Good afternoon. This is Deb Amlen for the New York Times, and welcome back to Heroes, Comedy Heroes.
Absolutely. Here's how magicians talk.
Wow.
That's what we're doing.
One of those, Elaine.
Stay over. Wow.
We are going to be feeding Sam sugar and see how much it actually takes for him to lose his ability to solve.
Oh,
This is science. We're doing this for science, Sam. Good afternoon. This is Deb Amlen for the New York Times, and welcome back to Crosswords Live. Look who's back. Sam
We're
is
here.
back.
Guess who's back? No,
Yeah.
good to be back. Thanks for helming this. Well, I guess you helm this every week, Deb. I'm just kind of the
Well,
sidekick here, but good to be
we
back.
helm together.
Cheers.
We're co-helmers.
Co-helmers. I like that. I'll add that to the word list.
Okay. We have a terrific puzzle today. It's very twisty in more ways than one, but it's Thursday, so we would expect that, right?
Exactly. Yeah, it's a gem by Ed Sessa, who's back with his ready for this, his 44th puzzle for the Times.
Wow, that's
So
a lot of puzzles. He's been
that's a lot of
around for a
puzzles.
long time.
Yeah,
A lot of
definitely a vet constructor, and you can tell by this twist that this wasn't made from some newbie. I think this is a very expertly crafted puzzle all throughout.
Right.
You'll see how.
And honestly, a lot of our newer solvers are coming up with some great constructors are coming up with some great ideas as well. So, but this is a nice one. I like this one. There is some controversy in the wordplay comments today, and the wordplay comments have been broke. Actually, the entire nytimes.com site's comments have been broken for the last 2 days. So comments are sort of coming through more or less, and we apologize. They're working on it, and we hope it'll be fixed soon. But the controversy is that whether the revealer is actually correct.
Well, we might just
Technically
have to,
correct.
turn our thinking upside down to.
That's right. I
figure out
think
this
so. It depends on your point of view. But let's jump in and see what we can get out of this. A lot of people, actually, Valeria Silvestri and Todd Booth are welcoming you back, Sam.
Excellent. Thank you.
Yeah.
But we've got some good guesses in the comments. Please, if this is your first time here, chime on in.
I hope so. Even if you haven't done the puzzle yet, please don't be afraid. Put your guesses in the comments. If they're right, that's great. If they're wrong, that's great. It's, putting yourself out there is the main thing. It's scary, but you can do it. And that's what the backspace key is for, right?
Exactly.
So even if you're wrong, we can always take it out. Nora Sharp is with us and says, hello, word players. How's everybody doing? It's good to see you, Nora.
Hey there, Nora.
I will tell you that when I looked at this puzzle, with a Thursday puzzle, you're not really expecting to be able to jump right in. Hi, Chris. Everybody is talking, and Marilyn Johnson knows where I'm going with this. But I was able to get one across right off the bat because I've read Ibram Kendi's book, and it's excellent. The answer is How to Be an Anti-Racist.
Indeed. Nice and topical.
And it was a best-selling book of 2020. For good reason.
Mm-hmm.
Where else would you go, Sam, now that we've opened that up?
Gosh, I mean, something that catches my eye is right at 16 across. A dance sometimes done to klezmer music.
How many of those have you done in your life?
Too many to count at this point.
If we count the bar mitzvahs and the weddings.
Exactly.
The horror. The answer is the horror. Marilyn Johnson, it's nice to see your cheery face too. And hi, 9 Bark Outfitters. Good morning. I guess. Oh, you must be on the West Coast then.
Good morning. Good afternoon. Hello. Good evening.
Yes. Willkommen. We've got the thing that I thought was really interesting is 20 across. The Spanish word for weight is actually peso.
It's
the name of the currency.
That's where it gets its name. Indeed. I like, what I think's cool is that answer is probably a gimme for a large chunk of our solvers too. And yet it's equally, I'd say, a fun fact or interesting to tuck away, or you can easily back solve it, take an educated guess if you didn't know this fact. So
absolutely.
Fun Thursday clue.
And if we jump to one down, that was an interesting clue, file type. I think most people at this point would probably think of a computer file type if they saw a clue like that, but we're not talking about that, are we, Sam?
We are not. We are talking about, just making sure I got the answer, is RASP. Indeed, and yes, we're talking about RASP in the sense of the file and not, the
The
vocal
actual
feature either.
tool, yeah.
Yes.
So it just goes to show you, by Thursday, you really have to be exercising your lateral thinking and asking yourself, what else could this mean?
Exactly. You know what I like about a Thursday too, or really any day of the week, but you probably need this skill more on a Thursday,
Right.
is looking at your knowns and unknowns in a particular pattern, like such a vague clue, it may be dismissed. Fortunately, we have our crossers here. You know what?
Mhm.
5 letters, it's got a C in the beginning, and it's got, well, one of its S's in there. It's got to be class, right?
I
Class
think so.
dismissed.
And the it is looking for the noun that would replace it. So
Yes.
class may be dismissed.
Class dismissed. I feel like I've
Exactly.
heard that
But
phrase.
the words that all students live for.
Exactly.
All
Let's
right,
see,
what
what
else
else
have
do
we
we have?
got?
Get
Chris,
it? What's
what?
up?
Oh, see,
See?
I
Boom.
like
Just rolls
that.
right off the tongue.
Chris Van Hasselt agrees with RASP. Marilyn Johnson agrees with class. And again, please jump in. I know there are a lot of you out there. And Chris Van Hasselt said, what all crossworders have, class. I like that.
I like that.
Yeah,
That's certainly a goal, huh?
absolutely. Now I know the answer to 6 down.
6 down.
Been
One-time
around for a
United
while.
competitor.
The one-time United competitor is TWA.
TWA. Look for that word one time. This shows up probably all too often in crossword clues. This
Mhm.
is, bygone. It's not around anymore. Or if you
Right,
see like comma once in a later week puzzle, that tells you that this is a name of something that's no longer around.
right,
Just your little
exactly.
keywords.
Totally original. Oh, that's got to be all new.
That's all new. It's a multi-worder, or I guess
Right.
an adjective with a hyphen. The all new crossword puzzle by the New York Times. Some metal castings.
Huh,
Kind of tough.
that's a tough one for me. I
Maybe
don't know that.
we got a presidential nickname of the 19th century occupying a bunch of real estate.
Huh.
There's lots of
Well,
we've had
I
some
mean, it's
doozies.
probably something we know. We just don't have any letters to help us yet.
Yeah, we should. So maybe I was gonna say we should check our crossers though. One did catch my eye here, Devin. I know we were
Uh-huh.
talking about this one. Our Chicago style pizza chain,
Okay.
familiarly. I know it's Pizzeria Uno or Uno. They've changed their name multiple times, at least throughout my small
There's
lifetime.
definitely not Uno name, right?
There's not Uno there,
Yeah.
muchos nombres. But it's, people can just casually call it Unos. I don't know. Their website
All
casually refers to themselves as
right.
Unos. Like, hey, try
We'll
to come
agree to
to us.
disagree on that one.
There's
But
there's some
we have some interesting conversations behind the scenes. But
exactly.
we have Quaketastic, who says that 4 down is ingots.
It's ingots like gold bars, indeed.
Right. Very
There we
good.
go.
Thank you. And castings, I think of like sort of like little flakes that chip off of metal when it's shaved or ground. In this case, they were talking about castings in a mold.
Exactly,
That
exactly.
kind of tripped me up a little bit. So good for you, Quaketastic. Ani Pura is with us and agrees on all new. And Marilyn Johnson's got 21 across and says
Ooh,
Honest Abe
it's
with
Honest
no
Abe.
letters.
Nice one. And you know what? We can
Very
check
nice.
that just to be sure. I think 12 down is a good one to go
Mhm.
to. Blank R, blank B, and it's blank league with a capital L is going to
Crab.
be Arab.
Crab League.
Crab League, indeed. Drab League. That's, not
Yeah,
particularly
right.
exciting, like
For
double A or
people
single
who,
A.
yeah. Okay, let's see. Vikram Baum is with us and says 7 down could be veto. That was a good clue.
This
That
was a
was
ridiculous clue.
refute. Now, let me just tell you how the brain thinks once you've been doing this for a while.
Yep.
I looked at this and I started to think to myself, the wordplay is either in the word bill or refuse. Because you couldn't tell if it was refuse, as in to refuse to do something, or refuse, as in garbage. And I soon threw that away.
Oh,
Sorry.
nice one. Nice one. That was great.
And decided that it refused to pick up the bill is definitely the word veto, as in refusing it, as in vetoing the bill.
Refusing to sign it into law.
Exactly. 17 across is stage actor. Good for
Another
you.
groaner of a clue. Play-by-play job has nothing to do with sports
Color
casting.
commentary. Yeah.
Exactly. That's a 15, by the way.
Matt Friedman is with us and says 13 down is rare.
Is
That
rare.
looks right.
You know what? I think it's important to highlight the occasional clue. Like, there's no trickery here. Your
Right.
Thursdays are going to have your toe holds. You just got to
Yeah,
find them and get some letters in
absolutely.
place. We don't
And
want to
they're
stump you
going to
every
be
time.
different for everybody.
Exactly. So what do we have here? A little cracked in
jar.
one sense. It's going to be ajar, like a
Right.
door, thankfully.
Yes.
We're talking about doors
like-
here.
That's like the old comedian's joke. The door isn't ajar, it's a door.
How strange.
Huh.
And then a fun fact, at least for me, is the nickname for tap dancing legend Bill Robinson.
He was great. That's Bojangles.
That's Bojangles. And I could have recognized like the answer, like I've just heard Bojangles or
Yeah.
food chain.
Now
this is where it
an
comes
interesting clue. 10 across is very easy to misread. Way up to go downhill. I like that. You could very easily miss the word up and just read way to go downhill.
Way to go downhill, Deb. You did such a great job.
Yeah, that's it. It's all going down. It's all downhill from here, Sam.
It is. I hope so.
Way up to go downhill is we're looking for how to get up to the top of the hill so you can ski. And the answer there would be T-bar.
That's your T-bar, your little mechanism up the slopes. I guess technically the shape of the bar.
Right. Now people are really figuring out some heavy stuff about this. In fact, some people have noticed that there's something a little unusual about the puzzle.
What's so unusual about the puzzle?
Well, you know what? We're gonna hold on to that for a second.
Are things about to take a turn?
What?
Are things about to take a turn?
Oh man, yeah, they really are. But we're gonna hold on to that a little bit longer. Actually, the thing that Chris Van Hasselt has discovered is that 18 down is checkered flag, but it doesn't fit. So that tells him it's a rebus. Rebus alert.
Yeah, but like, okay, I mean, I'll start typing in and then we can explain the rebus. But like, what are we typing in? Like 8 letters into a rebus? This can't fit, right?
You don't just wave a checker. I mean, that would be stupid.
But like that usually there's a reason for a rebus. Like you only have a couple, like 2 to 3 letters.
Yeah.
Like, we're not just gonna put an RED red flag. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Is there shortening elsewhere? Are we missing letters?
I don't know. We're gonna have to work on that. In the meantime, during the meanwhile, Todd Booth says 10 down is that's odd.
That's odd. How strange. That's odd that 18 down, it's got to be checkered flag, and yet it can't fit. We'll figure out what's going on.
I don't know. Something's wrong. Vikram Baum is definitely thinking rebus too. Ani Pira says, "Oh, take a turn. Good one." Okay. I'm glad people appreciate our humor.
We really do try. Deb, one thing I wanted to highlight here, and this is, another just tip I was talking about just seeing patterns of letters here with class. I like when I am fortunate enough to plunk in a bunch of long down answers or long answers next to each other, like that's odd or Bojangles. I'm confident of them. Where do I go next? I like going to the rarer letter blends, like blank DL blank blank can only be
that very often.
Exactly. It can only be a handful of options like Idols or Adler. But then you read that clue like that with this letter pattern combined with the clue, it's just easier to get than something like S blank blank. Look for these weird letter blends, and that's going to be ad lib.
Exactly. I knew that one, and Kay Heldman knew that one too. Quaketastic says, "Oh, red flag will be relevant." Okay, we're gonna
I see what you did there.
Let's see. And Quake he or she. I don't know your pronouns, but that works for 9 down as well because it should be purebred.
Oh,
I love
poodles,
the
but not
poodle
schnoodles or
or
doodles. Wait,
doodles.
in what world do we exclude dogs? This makes me sad. We
It
like
really
all dogs.
does. On the
That's
other hand, we do know that schnoodles and doodles are mixed breeds. So
fair
maybe
enough.
he's
Fair enough.
right.
So okay, pure,
Yeah,
but that doesn't fit.
it
Like
really
you
doesn't.
need like you can't just say purebred because it's looking for a plural noun at that actually. It's not saying
Right.
like poodles, it's poodles. What are they? They're
Yeah.
purebred dogs, right?
But we do know that at I think it's 26 across.
So
The
there's
answer, Natanya says the answer is bosun.
okay, captain's
Captain's
mate.
mate.
Notice the shortening there. That tells us that's how you write the shortening for bosun. This is a nice crossword staple.
Nora Sharp says must be Thursday.
It must be Thursday,
It
indeed.
must be. But you know what? We're going to crush this. We're going to conquer this, and we're going to do it all together because, we're here to have fun. So far, so good. All right. So Quake-tastic has pretty much got this.
Oh, wait. I was just
What?
gonna so common I'll riff off your point, but I
Okay.
think it's helpful to see that its common mixer is soda, and then we've got
Yes.
dog right here.
Maybe
Interesting.
perhaps
The plot
dogs,
thickens. Dogs?
because we had that plural clue. Maybe that first square is the rebus they were talking about. And could it perhaps be red?
Well, Miller beers are red dogs. So okay, well,
Okay.
hold on. Deb, what is a rebus? Is this even fair? Why can we do this? Who has given us the authority to allow this, and why are we still doing it even so? Why are we not rebelling against
Let's
this
compare and contrast.
preposterous nature of solving
So
crosswords?
show your work. The answer is a rebus is any element that will fit in one square, even multiple letters. And whether it's fair or not depends on who you ask. I've written an article about rebuses and how to enter them on your devices because there were a lot of questions about that. And
Can you enter more
I
than one square in a rebus?
yes, apparently you can, and it's not illegal. The crossword police will not show up at your house.
Thank goodness.
And Kay Barton, interestingly enough, says this is an unofficial raid from Joe's stream. I don't know what that means, but okay.
Thanks for rating.
A lot of people are showing up here. Okay. And Isaac, thank you for putting a link to the article about rebuses.
So how do I do a rebus, Deb? What do we do?
Well, you have on the web, you have that rebus button right there that you're circling, and you
click it.
that.
Whoa.
That opens up a square that you can type in.
R E
D. Then you hit that enter button.
Enter key.
And look at that. As if by magic.
As if by magic, indeed. Well, David Kwong didn't make this puzzle.
No, he didn't.
Okay,
But what's interesting to me is that if you go back to the clue at 9 down, it says poodles, but not schnoodles or doodles. And if you go read down, it says purebred, but that's not where we stop, is it, Sam?
It's not, Deb. It's actually, ready for this? It's
now here's the controversy.
Dogs.
If you make a right turn at red or a right on red, you get purebred dogs.
Whoa. But why can we do this? This is illegal. There has to be some reason for us to act. It's actually illegal in some places to do this.
Well, I can tell you, as somebody who learned to drive in New York City and then moved to New Jersey, this was a revelation to me.
There are no rules
horrified
in New Jersey.
the first time, and I sat there at a red light in the right-hand lane with all, the warm and traditional New Jersey welcome of having people lean on the horn and make friendly gestures at me, until I learned that you can indeed proceed on a right lane. Now, usually this stuff, this kind of a thing would be hinted at in what we call a revealer. Wow, look at all these people on Twitch. I don't know where you're from.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, Joe Adultman is with us and says, I had a friend who thought you could turn left on red. That was horrifying. I would be horrified too. I probably would have gotten out of the car, Joe. Let's see. Wow,
Should
look
we?
at all these people.
I mean, should we crush the rest of like this little section here because the rest of the puzzle it's not going to really flow into this.
Absolutely. I've now been educated, Sam. A raid is when another Twitch streamer sends you their viewers. Thank
Oh,
you, Joe.
I didn't realize that was the hang up. I just didn't know where the raid was from.
Welcome to
But
the
very
New York
cool.
Times Crossword. Have a seat. Pull up a seat. We're here to have
Excellent.
fun.
We're here to have fun. We're here to help you solve.
Okay, and Kay Barton says there's a pretty solid crossword community on Twitch. Well, welcome. This is great.
This is awesome.
So it means they like this stream. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you, guys. We're here. We like you too. Now, somebody said, hold on. Wow, they're really starting to scroll now. James sees 49 down is Beetle, Beetle.
Oh, bug that inspired Pose the Gold Bug. So you know what? Beetle fits.
Yeah.
But it's actually not the right answer.
You generally don't have words ending in a B. So let's try it again. That was a great guess. Thank you for that.
Even so.
Oh, wow. That's going to be a stop.
Como estab.
I think so.
But it's actually, so this is going to be a kind of beetle. That was such a cromulent guess, if you will.
Yes.
We're so
close. For those of you just joining us, we do play a game called Cromulent Bingo during the stream, in which we see how many times we can fit the word cromulent from The Simpsons into our discussion.
Exactly.
Somebody here keeps score. Okay, well, a lot of people are talking about the fact that the answer, if it begins with an S, must be scarab.
It's scarab, indeed. You know, we can check this too with Ang Lee at 67 across. It's always going to be on.
Absolutely. Glentifer says, you know how to embiggen people's ego. Well, thank you if you're referring to me. I only do it when I have an onion tied to my belt. But sorry, we're drifting. Let's get back to the puzzle.
How about this, Deb? You cook a bunch.
It's okay to be wrong. It's okay. You know, what you said was a perfectly cromulent guess. And I will tell you that it just happened to be incorrect, but we backed out of it. We
like doing that to you on a Thursday. That's where we like to have a little fun on the editorial side, where it's like, you know, two perfectly cromulent answers. They're both even the same number of letters, and only one's going to fit. You just got to check crossers. I mean, look, 70 across it's got to start. If we have scarab, that's going to be your Bailey.
One of my favorites.
One of your favorites. Excellent.
Absolutely.
Fuck that one.
Let's see. Punk's Pop, man. That's Iggy.
That's Iggy Pop. As opposed to Pop Punk.
That's right.
What do we have here? And then we've got Simone known as. Then we're going to go into soul music with Nina Simone, the high priestess of
Nina
soul.
Simone. And I love how they're right next to each other.
They're right next to each other. I would be with 99% certainty that was a perfect coincidence for the constructor.
I think so. And Marilyn Johnson agrees. There's a discussion going on in the comments about prosciutto and ham and whether they are cured meats.
Well, wait, pancetta or prosciutto is blank you blank.
Huh.
So it's not going to be ham.
But no. It could be hum.
Hmm?
But no, maybe this is one of those rebuses, Sam.
Well, we can hear. I mean, gear to 3 letters is got to be cog, right?
Right.
And then I'm just solving around this. My treat.
That's on me.
2-word A on me. You know, informally, I suppose.
Nora, it's still Thursday. Hang in there, babe. We got this. Hey, Barton.
Nora's a puzzle constructor too, which is cool. You got this, Nora.
Right.
Let's see, pancetta or prosciutto. So wait, you said something about cured meat?
That's apparently what ham and prosciutto are, but how do we fit that in there?
Well, what did we do the last time?
Well, in another part of the puzzle, we put the rebus for red in there.
Can we make 2 rights on red in the same gridlock? I'm not so sure. That would cause a lot of traffic jams.
If there are 4, Sam, eventually we'll just be making 11. We'll be back where we started. So let's keep going.
Let's keep going. I mean, it's so easy to get lost in a crossword, isn't it, Deb? So let's keep making turns.
Thursday is the Friday of the weekdays. and Kay Barton is loving the feigned ignorance. Thank you, Kay. We're here mainly also to help draw beginning solvers further into the week where it's much more fun, in my opinion. So yes, we have both solved the puzzle. We both know the answers, although honestly, I do an enormous brain dump right afterward.
I actually did not solve this puzzle. A non-negative number of these clues are my own. So
Right.
I got to help get it into shape. So
There
I'm
you
hoping
go.
it's solvable.
Good for you, Sam. Now, so we did make a right on red in that cured meat.
We did. So cured meat, as opposed to rhetoric for the political base figuratively, is red meat.
Right.
So whoa, I like this. So there's
Throw
red
mistake,
dogs,
man.
and purebred dogs, well, they're both perfectly fine phrases on their own. And then we've got
Right.
red meat and cured meat. These are nice finds, Ed. Well done,
They
Ed.
really are.
There
And
we go.
he worked very hard on that. Can we just
Not easy.
my sense of order is being bothered by the fact that we haven't finished 8 down on top.
No,
here.
I wanted to get back to these at some point. I just wanted to go with the flow. You feel?
Absolutely.
That's my cue.
I'm on.
I'm on. Does
I'm
anybody
on.
really say that? I suppose.
And I know this because being the expert on emus that I am, I knew that it was the unfortunate source of Kalea oil.
Yeah, indeed. Why is this is this like an endonym of sorts? Why is there a capital K? I guess is it from a group of people or a region? Anyway, that's
I'm
for
not
something
really. I honestly, Sam, I'm not really an expert on emus.
Oh,
But
but you shepherd all them when they work
I
on the
do.
column. So
I shepherd the emus that help run the column.
I like if you count Y, I like the string of 5 consecutive vowels here. Someone
Where?
should make a puzzle
Oh,
there.
you
In
should.
Kalea
Put
oil.
that on my desk in the morning. All right. So Marilyn Johnson says 39 down is sat still. That's a good one.
That's still behaved for behaved for a haircut. Say.
You know what? That takes me all the way back to the time when my kids were toddlers, and
Cartoon
I cannot
cuts?
tell you the things you come up with to get them to sit still.
My mom needed to take me to the cartoon cuts. That was the spot. Could just watch my Cartoon Network while getting shorn.
Wait, did you sit in the little airplane seat?
Oh, I don't remember sitting in an airplane seat, but that seems more fun. I'm not sure if I want to fly a plane while getting my hair cut though. So
well, yeah, that's true. I mean, you don't want to be flying around with someone who has scissors near your head.
Exactly.
All right. Valeria Silvestri, who is with us from Italy, says, I suspect cured meat is what here in Italy is called processed meat. See, this is part of the problem. Sometimes people outside the country have a little trouble because the language, the linguistics are different, culture is different. But yes, if it's been salted and dried, Valeria, we call that cured here.
Yeah, that's so interesting. I want to do some. I want to see. So I want to see if there's if these are direct synonyms or what this would translate to in Italian. I don't know. If it works idiomatically or not, I guess.
Right. Liari 77, and I'm sorry if I mispronounce this, says I don't really solve regular American crosswords, but have been watching several times. The whole crossword community here is great. They really are. And
crossword people are the best
people.
For real, you guys. I mean, this is we have fun. Keep and don't hesitate to chime in. Don't panic if the puzzle seems hard.
Absolutely. That's what we're here for, is to get you through. And I nominate Valeria Silvestri as the mascot for this puzzle because she's red-haired. So she's our mascot for today. James C says 52 across is USMC.
USMC for Gomer Pyle.
Yeah. Most of you don't remember Gomer Pyle, but that was the Jim Nabors sitcom from
Outfit here, not cluing the actual uniform, but the organization,
right.
what you are part of, that version.
And the initialism, the abbreviation.
Yes, exactly.
Let's see. Dione, the 02 master purse. It says, encouraging me to chime in. Sam is brave. All right.
Come on. Don't panic. You got this. Come on.
And yeah, Liari 77 says, I only do cryptics. You know what?
That's more impressive. Cryptic. I can't solve a cryptic to save my life. Sort of.
Absolutely.
Sort
of. Liari says these are harder. I guess it depends. If you're used to thinking in terms of the cryptic clues, then yeah, this would be harder, especially because of the culture. I don't know what country you're in, but for me, having to decipher all of the cryptic conceits that make up a clue are harder for me.
Those keywords, just like how you have similar keywords in an American style crossword without cryptic clues, Definitely.
Right. Okay, Mike said heaps of 69 across is Carl.
Is Carl with a K.
Lagerfeld.
Lagerfeld, indeed.
Exactly.
So we have our dance sometimes done to klezmer music. Now we've got our dance done to fiddle music. We're really switching gears here.
There's something for everybody in this puzzle. That's got to be a reel.
I was going to say, and by really, I mean really. That was unintentional. It just kind of rolled off the tongue.
I know. And Crispin Hausselt agrees. SSTA 192 says there's a lot of ambiguity in these, but a good US style puzzle can be good too. That's interesting. I never thought of these. I always thought there was more ambiguity in the cryptics, but again, I think it's really what you're used to.
It's all a balance, and there's also, this is a Thursday crossword where we tend to lean toward more ambiguity. I would bet that you would find less or feel that it is more precise and dead on in a Monday crossword. Outside of, the actual factoids or names you may or may not know.
Right. Todd Booth says 64 down is TOW, T-O-W.
AAA offering is a TOW. Indeed.
Exactly. And 9 Bark Outfitters has a long one, says 2 down is Altered States.
Oh, we got another one.
Oh, that's another right turn.
Or hypnosis. So look, for those of you just dipping a toe into the Thursday waters, I'm on a browser, so I'm going to go to the toolbar up here and click the Rebus button. This box pops up. It's a little buggy in our actual streaming display, but it usually shows up right above the letter. I'm going to type RED, and I'm going to press the Enter key, and then it's going to pop right in. And yes, it is totally legal to do this. You know why? Because we say so.
That's right. So, and it will be legal until Will Shorts and Joel Fagliano, and you say it's not.
Yeah, well, and Winna and Tracy as well, of course.
Exactly. Shout out to Winna and Tracy.
Shout out to Winna and Tracy.
So Altered States, it's Altered States for 2 down, and Red States, Kansas and Kentucky
politically traditional red states.
Amazing finds on Ed Sessa's part.
They're so different. Like, even state changes meaning here. Like, this is a state geographically, whereas this is, totally a vaguer meaning of the word.
Exactly. Exactly. Vikram Baum says 34 across could be bakes.
Soaks up a lot of sun is bakes, and way to catch that there's that S there, so it has to be the similar, the exact same matching part of speech there.
Right, plural in the clue, plural in the answer. Let's see, we're still arguing about what cured means as far as meats are concerned, but that's okay. You've got to keep going. Let's see.
Details. It's 27 across. Which sounds idiomatic, but we're not trying to do too much there. That's just specs.
That's specs, right? And APB, which is
alert.
A police department alert. And so abbreviation in the clue, abbreviation in the answer. That's another matching point.
Exactly. Again, that's just another way you can really sharpen your Thursday solving skills just by knowing, like, okay, I'm going to read this clue. I might not have any letters, but I know it's going to be for short. So
now, Matt Friedman says 40 across is Terps, and he loves the Big Ten clues.
Terps, they should still be in the ACC, but that's another story. Right. Go Who's.
Now we have one letter left for goes under. We can put that.
Where are we? Oh, there we go. Yeah, let's just crush this. We've got becomes insolvent as goes under. Blank am telling you. Song from Dreamgirls.
Okay, so that's Jennifer Holliday's song, as far as I'm concerned, and it's "And I Am Telling You That I Am."
Are you going to give us a quick soundbite here?
No.
No. Okay, that's fine.
I'm not singing.
Dark and 1A, suited to serve in the military, is 1A.
You don't really see it written out normally, but in crosswords, it just seems it can be a thing.
Exactly.
Vikram Baum says 35 down, an ink blot is a splotch. That's such a great word.
Fun fact to you budding constructors, We
Yeah.
like our flashy answers like "that's odd" and "sat still," all these fun phrases. But you know what? A good word like splotch makes us just as excited because we think it makes you just as excited too. Splotch is a fun word. It can
Absolutely.
get a great fun clue like inkblot. Now you're thinking
It's
about Rorschach tests.
exactly, and it's fun to write in.
Exactly.
So
Splotch.
Marilyn Johnson agrees on that. Let's see. Annie Pira agrees on specs and APB. Mike said he is asking, might we have a rebus at 18 down?
Oh, we do. Yeah, we can come back to this. We said checkered flag, right? So how does
Oh,
this
that's
work?
right.
So we now
Good for
come to
you, Mike.
realize that it's checkered flag and it's, oh, duh, the missing part is red
Right.
flag, the warning sign. Again, totally
Isn't that
idiomatic,
amazing?
literal, really nice finds on Ed's part. And these couldn't have been easy to stitch into a grid together with
Nope.
such smooth results otherwise, really. It's harder than it looks.
Kudos to Ed. And you're honestly, you're getting like 2 answers for the price of 1. So, value
Exactly.
added. All right.
Let's bring it on home here.
Renora Sharp says splotch, 6 consonants, 1 syllable. That's the great thing about the English language.
You know what?
All
There's a
right.
whole puzzle about that way back when, I want to say the early 2000s. The great Manny Nazowski made a puzzle. It had splotch, it had stretch, it had the fewest number of vowels ever in a New York Times crossword puzzle. Don't ask me why I know this stuff. But if you search splotch in our friend's website at Xword Info, you'll be able to find this puzzle. It has all sorts of words like this. It was
Absolutely.
fun to stitch together. One of my favorites.
Unbelievable. Absolutely. And Manny Nazowski is probably
One of the all-time greats.
He's the GOAT.
The rare theme puzzle that
Yes.
Nazowski made.
Now we can drop in the S at the end of surfs because that's
Surfs
a
up, dude.
Boards laborers.
That kind of surfs. Follower of too bad in an expression of mock pity. I love when we over-explain these clues. So sad. I just knew the answer already.
Now, Nine Dark Outfitters says that they've got the revealer at 63 across. We've already got part of it. The answer, the traffic go-ahead that should be followed 4 times in this puzzle is right on red.
Right on red, because, and I will go to the mat for this, for those of you left on red, folks. First of all, who goes left on red? That's dangerous. Second of all, from our point of view, we're going right. Red state's moving to the right. We're not like approaching the intersection as if we're facing south. We're going
and then
red
making a left, which, there are some people who I think that if you want to keep things simple, which I'm a big fan of, you're looking at the puzzle, you're going down and making a right turn. Done. It doesn't really need to be.
That's good enough for me. I'm not actually going to go to the mat for this because you all the solvers, you get to tell us the editors if it made sense. But I don't know. I feel like that's nitpicking. I'll shake my fist.
Exactly. And there was Kay Barton is correct. There was a vowel list done by Evan Kalish.
There was a vowel list puzzle, just last Sunday. And Evan's
how come they don't come up that often, Sam?
They're not, it's one, they're really hard to make. 2, they have not traditionally been the most popular among our audience as far as variety puzzles go. So if you love vowel lists, write our care website and write our email. Let us know at nytgames@nytimes.com. And tell us how much you love vowel lists.
nytgames@nytimes.com. Yeah, if there's something you would like to see, please write to our customer care address and ask that it be forwarded to the editors.
We watch that stuff. We got it on lock.
Wow, and Natanya says you can legally turn left on red in some circumstances in Florida. Okay, well, I would believe that. Wow.
No comment.
53 across is thrums, says
Thrums. So we do get our hums in the puzzle after all. Our hams and
That's
our
a good one.
Exactly. Thrums. Curiously, thrums, this is the first time this answer has ever shown up in Will Shortz's 27-year tenure.
Yeah, it was.
How weird is that?
I think thrum, the singular has shown up.
Yeah.
But the plural is new.
I guess it's just a combination of rare letters, the M and the H, and even that U there, But
yeah. Now, SSTA 192 says, I'd like more punny puzzles too. They were always fun.
We want more punny puzzles as well. So please send us your punniest, most expert punny puzzles. We're all on board for that, you know.
And by the way, if you are thinking of getting into constructing puzzles, which we highly encourage, if not, it's like learning music. Even if you don't make a living off it, it gives you a much better appreciation for people who do this. At the end of every wordplay column, toward the end, if you scroll down, there is a link to the online submission page. So you can take a look at the series that Isaac just posted in the comments, how to make a crossword puzzle. We have a whole series on that. You can join some groups on Facebook and
I learned that there's also a crosscord stream on
yes,
Twitch, as they
yes,
call it. That was
I
new
was
to
just
me. There are a
going to
bunch
say
of
that.
veteran
And,
constructors hanging out there. I wish I knew the link.
Right, and you can, Isaac, yes, Isaac is our intrepid and very dapper producer.
Yes.
But he's sort of he's our backstage ninja and makes all this happen.
The backstage ninja. I
yes.
like that. That's gonna stick, Isaac.
Yeah. Marilyn, yes, it is. It's going to come up a lot at parties. Marilyn Johnson says 55 down is steel.
Where are
We're almost
we?
done. Let's bring this one home.
Speak is steel with an E, indeed. Let's see. I was actually gonna say, how about with just the I mean, we don't even need to read the full clue here, but it's just a fun clue. The nail polish brand with a bubble bath shade.
I know it well. I know it well. The answer is OPI.
OPI, which has become a very nice staple for crossword constructors. I mean, that gets you out of a real kludge, let me tell you.
Nora Sharp says there's lots of puzzling on Twitch. Absolutely, and I hope you join us again because we love having you guys here. The more the merrier. This is a game, and games are meant to be fun. So
games are meant to be fun and solve them together. That's
yeah.
I think that's wordplay every day. You know, we're all about solving together. That's the best part of all this.
Right. And Todd Booth and Vikram Baum both say 71 across looks like wildly.
It looks so. It looks like. Did you say wildly or widely?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
It's gonna be widely.
Widely.
Just because the large.
I need more coffee.
Oh, that's why I'm drinking caffeinated tea. The large, I'd say, gives that away, but wildly would have also fit. So you know what? Even if we had put that in, we can check our crossers to get this, I guess, sort of old-fashioned, persistently demanded payment from. At least you know it's a past tense verb, so that gets you the ed. That's and
a lot of people have mentioned that the crosser there is opened.
Is opened. This is very literal. No longer under wraps as your Christmas gift.
Right.
Is opened.
A couple of people have posted the link to the cross cord, which is great. Absolutely.
I'm gonna have to crash that at some point. That seems fun. You guys must have a good time.
I hope so. Victoria says 61 down is Eddie.
Is Eddie? Ed stuck his own name in the puzzle. It's a water whirl. And that gives us what
That's a cute clue.
Yeah.
Now,
stuff like that.
Stand-up comedian Nate Bargatze. I had not heard of him until I did research for the column. He's very good.
It's a good spotlight, indeed. We're having a nice fresh angle for Nate. Crossing our not so fresh, but favorite crossword staple. We love our rivers. Lord knows this was my first
World War I rivers, man.
Ever assignment for the New York Times is writing up a listicle on the rivers you should know to up your crossword game. And yes, the Marne is on.
I will admit I did haze you a little bit when you first came on board.
Oh yeah, it's okay. We were there. We knew we were in it for the long haul. So
yeah, but you hit it out of the park. That was great. That's how I knew you had staying power.
You really had a warped sense of humor there.
Oh, absolutely.
That's gonna be 6. So we've got 2 letters left.
Oh, come on. Early man. I love this.
This has nothing to do with evolution or, a period in history. This is just, we were talking about bar mitzvahs
early stage of a man's life, and that would be boy.
That would be boy. Gives us Deco and Sky.
Thursday puzzle solved, crushed, done, out of the way. And
no problems.
We made a right on red.
We made 4 rights on red, and so we're right back where we started, except not actually, because we are enriched for the day and for many days because we have just conquered the Thursday crossword. I mean, isn't this fun? Let's do some more.
A lot of people are saying good game in the comments. At least I'm pretty sure that's what GG means, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I rely on you for
GG Solace.
Things like that.
Indeed. Thanks for playing. GGWP.
GG. Mike said he has an interesting question. Slightly off topic. Do either of you have a favorite crossword ever?
Oh, I do.
That's interesting.
Absolutely.
Which
I
one?
have. So go to xwordinfo.com. This is the unofficial database of the New York Times Crossword. I poured over this for years as a budding constructor in my teens, so it will get you hooked on the art that is crossword puzzles. Do yourself a favor and look up the Sunday-sized puzzle Splits and Mergers by Patrick Barry. I believe it's from
The
2008.
best.
It is my all-time favorite crossword. I deliberately picked it as my favorite one because I knew it was a favorite, and I knew it was always going to be a favorite of mine when I was looking it over. And two, because I knew I needed to answer this question at some point. So there you have it. That's
There
my
you
favorite
go.
crossword.
So at least you have something. Mike said he's partial to the Clinton Bob Dole one. That was a great Schrodinger puzzle. I like those too.
That's Will's favorite. That is Will's all-time favorite crossword. From Election
Absolutely.
Day in 1996. There have been so much coverage on that puzzle. It's a wild one. Check
And
it out.
speaking of Patrick Barry, I would have to say at least one of my favorites, because I do have a few, was the suite that he did years ago as part of like the special puzzle week. And it was the first time I ever saw a crossword puzzle where the answers went off the grid around the back and came back up the other side. That was so wild.
There's your teaser. Yeah,
this guy. What day of the week it was.
That was the Friday puzzle in a 6-puzzle suite that Patrick Barry, who you're just going to hear this name a lot if you tune in every Thursday. This is one of the goats of the cross world. Been making puzzles forever, still is a steady gig over at the New Yorker, making excellent puzzles for them. He's had hundreds of puzzles published in the Times. He has his own website, A-Frame Games, where he offers all sorts of excellent variety content. But
can I just jump in?
Yeah,
and say
please.
If you're interested in learning how to construct for $10, like 10 small dollars, you can download his book on how to make a crossword puzzle, and you will be learning from one of the best.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, that was, I mean, I could go on for hours about how much I love this guy's stuff, but I was just going to say that what you were referencing, Deb, was the Friday puzzle in this 6-part series.
I can't believe you remember that.
I remembered solving this one. This wasn't terribly long ago. It was I was in high school. Patrick had every puzzle from Monday through Saturday in, I want to say, 2011. And it was all meant to be this meta contest suite where you solve all 6 puzzles. They can all be solved independently, but they lead you to this one larger contest answer.
It was
brilliant. While you still can't submit to this contest 10 years later, you should still solve the puzzle. It's an absolute mind blower. Yeah. My goodness.
It really was. The whole week was just so artfully done. I really loved it. But and Mike says thank you. And thank you. I think Isaac put the link to Patrick Barry's book there, and the dates for that suite of puzzles, which was October 19th through October 22nd, 2011.
I would have guessed October, so I should have held on to that.
Oh, sorry, the 17th through the 19th. In 2011, Vikram Baum also says one of my favorites is the January 17th, 2019 by Ross Trudeau. And Ross has had a lot of puzzles recently.
Ross has had a bunch of puzzles. I'm trying to remember which one that was. But yeah, Ross is one of the most prolific constructors right now. So watch for that byline. And he is also doing an excellent job at mentoring so many new constructors, bringing them into the fold, especially those from underrepresented groups, which is, is a really good effort on his part.
Absolutely. And we need them. Nora Sharp says, thanks. See you next time. Thank you, Nora, for joining us. And thank you, Joe Adultman. I think that was the person who led the raid or whatever it's called on this stream. We really enjoyed having you here and having some new guests. This was a terrific puzzle. I think that it was a lot of fun on a Thursday to make right on red.
Yeah.
And we want to thank Ed Sessa for his puzzle.
Thank you, Ed.
Thank you for joining us today, Sam.
Yeah, Deb, it's always good to be back. I was just going to say, solvers, it sounds like a lot of you are first-timers here. We do this every Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Deb and myself with Isaac as the backstage ninja, handling all the tech. Come join us. come have fun with us. As you can
Yeah.
see, we're bursting at the seams, ready to talk crosswords. This isn't a test.
Absolutely.
We're not assessing your ability to solve a Thursday
Yeah.
puzzle. We just want
Just
to
for that fun.
talk about crosswords. So come join us next
Absolutely.
Thursday. Let's have
And
fun.
occasionally we have an additional guest.
we
So
do.
you never know.
You never know.
Well, listen, thank you. It's a beautiful day. I hope you guys, at least where I am, I hope you guys get outside for a little while. It's nice. We've put the crossword away for the day, and looking forward to the next one at 10 o'clock tonight. This is Deb Amlen for the New York Times and Sam Ezersky wishing you a happy Thursday.